guys, how's it going? This video will be about therapy session 4. So this is a recap. I have the radio on in the background. I hope it's not too distracting. It's raining outside and there's like a little thunderstorm watch, and so as an avid, observer of weather and storm chaser, of course I have to have the radio on so I can just be totally vigilant to any development in the weather. Anyway, today's session was pretty good. We focused on, however, when I told her if she could move, she was like, no, I'll move a little bit, but, and I was like, well, the glare's in my eyes, can you turn it, can you close the shade? And she's like, well, a little bit. So apparently I need to sharpen my coping skills. Speaking of which, today that's mainly what we touched upon, and we actually compiled a list of things like coping mechanisms, things that I can do when I'm really upset or when I'm getting upset. And there's 20. I'm mainly going to touch on the ones that I think are kind of cool. Number 1 on the list is to actually make a video. And I do this a lot, but these are not the ones that I actually upload and post. They're mainly just for myself to look back on the next day. And I can see, I can kind of look at it, because when I'm so in it and have that tunnel vision, I can't really make sense of what I'm doing or what I'm thinking. But the next day I can say, hey, I was upset about that, because of XYZ. And it's another cool aspect of it is that I can see myself as another person in a way and think, wow, if I had a friend who was going through that or who was really having that kind of anxiety, what would I say to her? And then I can sort of rehearse that in my mind. So maybe next time when I'm, running into that, turmoil, I can kind of fall back on kind of advice. So I don't know, it's kind of like an experiment. I don't know, I haven't done too much of it, but that is one of the things we have on the list. And this is all stuff to keep me from driving, because we've pretty much reached the consensus that that's not a good idea. My previous videos, especially one of them, well, it's well documented that that's just not a very good default for me. So anyway, one of the ones that I like is to make the video. This one I think is pretty creative. We came to it together. She was suggesting I write in a journal, and I love to write, but sometimes at night I can't concentrate as well. So we kind of got the idea of taking a lot of paper, rolls of paper, and taping it to the wall with painter's tape, and just having that freedom, I think, to just totally just scribble or just do whatever I want. And because one of the things that happens before I take off or freak out is I say the walls are closing in on me.